Good afternoon. Thanks for the warm intro and well, from my end, a warm welcome. Well, it's for me the first time at OpenSlava, and it's really great to be here. Well, AMF, one of these other Accenture acronyms. What is AMF? Some of you might perhaps have seen this in the last year's conference already. We actually had, renaming of AMF. So AMF initially was called MOM, so the Metaverse Operative Modules. Within Accenture, there are some changes all the time. And so we actually renamed it as Accenture Metaverse Framework, which is, still more or less the same. And the idea today is to show you the evaluation and the evolution of this initial spark, what actually was kicked off in the last February, and right now actually is getting wider and wider over the firm to enable teams. By the way, if there are any questions, I have a presentation here. We do not need to actually follow it one by one. So if there are any questions, please feel free to interrupt me so we can actually get in there, and hopefully I can answer the questions. Otherwise, I will get back to you. Short intro about myself. My name is Paul Stein. I'm within Accenture, for, in the meantime, almost 4 years. I'm leading the XR practice in Austria, Switzerland, and Germany. I'm as well responsible for the European capabilities within the Metaverse Continuum Business Group. You see, Accenture loves acronyms, so there are a lot of them. Prior to my time joining Accenture, I've been running my own company, doing XR development, mostly for the automotive industry. I did my PhD in psycholinguistics and psychology, in doing evaluation of training systems. So, when the metaverse, or in general XR, VR came on the table, it was for me like a second birthday, because finally we can track knowledge transfer and evaluation. So this was for me a very, very important step. All right. So what is actually AMF, MOM? Or are the benefit? What was actually the idea why we started this project? So in general, the idea is to streamline development processes based on Unity. So actually, imagine you're a developer, you're developing projects. Oh, this was a quick one. You always reinventing the wheel somehow. So you're starting from scratch, creating your assets, then putting the project together. And the next project, you're again starting from scratch. And that's actually what we realized. There must be somehow some way to streamline this, to make this more efficient, to make this faster. And that's the idea why we did start MOM or AMF in 2023. Actually, we started in 2022. And so actually it is about sharing content, about sharing different packages for global teams. And we're having within Accenture only in Europe about 600 colleagues, global about 2,500 colleagues working on Unity. So there are several teams. I will later on come to some facts and figures how we are currently scaling this initiative to as well see what is the current effect of this initiative. And by the way, I do not want to bother you with a dry presentation. There are as well some videos in there. So I try to make this as interactive as possible. Okay, getting to the next step. So we are having actually mostly 2 point of views within our Unity projects or our Metaverse projects, which is the manager point of view, the project manager point of view, and the developer point of view. So there are actually for both sides value proposition. To summarize these, I think it's actually combined with AMF or MAM, we are more efficient. We can save time and money, and as well be faster and quicker and more efficient within client deliveries. So that's actually the initial reason why we did start this topic. Are there any questions from your end? Everybody still awake? All right. To give you a couple of examples how we are acting. So there are, for instance, a couple of modules such as avatars, 3D drawings, post functionalities you actually want to leverage in a metaverse experience. So normally you're starting from scratch, you're developing, just looking at this avatars topic takes around about 15 days to create a kind of start for avatars. We print drawing functionalities. We actually took us about 30 days. And if you just summarize these different efforts at the end of the day, you get very, very quick to a pretty big number of effort. And as well, if you want to offer this to a client, to a big number of costs. So compared to reusing existing assets, this actually cuts down the time and the costs massively. So just looking at this avatar topic, we could actually decrease 15 days to 2 days. But in the 3D drawings, 30 days to 2 days. So that's actually a massive increase. And as well, at the end of the day, it's as well for the clients a massive benefit because they actually as well pay less for the same quality and the same piece of work and the deliverables they will receive. Another topic is as well, we're getting way faster and we can very, very easily streamline the quality assurance. So the Q&A process is way leaner and it's actually fast forward as an accelerator. I will later on as well give an example for a team here in Slovakia as well, looking at Uri, leveraging MAM for several projects. So this is something where we as well can identify what's currently a main benefit of using such a framework. Pausing again for a second. Any questions from your end? Okay. To give you some facts and figures. Currently, within Accenture, there are 10 teams already leveraging AMF MAM. So we started out of ASG. Right now, there are global teams working on AMF projects. We currently developed 22 packages. So there are 22 different modules available within the NPM Registry. So that's actually growing. There are, again, 5 packages in the pipeline. And all over until now, within a time frame starting last March, we had almost 1,000 packages downloads. So you see, this is already getting more and more traction, and it's growing as well, not only for ASG teams, but as well for global teams. So it's actually a bi-directional development. So we are contributing into this repository, and other teams can actually either upload or download their needs. So that's something which is actually getting more and more wide. So it's actually getting a quite good success already, and we are very, very happy that AMF is actually getting this response right now. To give you just an idea, and please, this will be a recording out of a Unity project, so it's actually just the flow to showcase how easy it's actually to create a scratch project with initial assets such as multiplayer, such as initial setup for controllers. So it's a little bit speeded up. So it normally takes about 5 to 10 minutes. I just want to show it to you actually how easy it is to create this project and to go fast forward from Unity into a real or virtual experience. I'm not sure, is it running? Okay, so you see the first, you're just logging in with a single sign-on, then actually, well, there's an authentication process, so you just need to be authenticated. Then you actually get access to these different AMF modules. So you're just selecting them, opening them in the package manager, and then, well, actually you're installing this multiplayer template, which is available in the NPM. So you grab actually, in this case, it's the multiplayer. You can as well grab, for instance, this 3D printing, 3D painting, or whatever you actually like to or leverage within your project. You grab it, put it in, install the sample, and after several routines, you're actually jumping into the virtual experience, and well, just getting a little bit forward here. Still running. I think there's been some. So, you see, actually, that's the initial setup. Normally, it takes you as a Unity developer up to 1 week to create this multiplayer functionality with your handlebars. You have actually the whole setup in place. And right now, you just grab it, position it, and then you can go for it. So that's actually pretty straightforward. All right. Getting to a next concrete example, well, mentioning the Nubia DATC demo. I actually stole it from Uri's team, and just to show you one hands-on example how we're actually, or how one of our teams is actually leveraging this MUM framework to create experiences. Interesting topic is we did create an own avatar generator, but actually you can as well use the mesh avatars. You can use any kind of avatar creator you want to have in there. You just actually need to replace the existing one. So this modular approach is actually pretty flexible, so you can customize and tailor-made every experience you'd like to do. Just kicking this video off.
Welcome. You become part of an immersive virtual experience enhanced by MUM modules. Join the ultimate adventure, where you are not just a spectator, but also the star of your own story. Dive deep into the universe created by the XR and Metaverse team of Nubia DATC, and choose a character to be your explorer. Your extraordinary journey begins right now. This unique experience aims to allow you to unleash your creativity, connect with like-minded fellows, and explore new horizons. The entire experience was carefully crafted through the collaborative efforts of designers, artists, and talented developers who worked together to deliver an exceptional solution from the ground up. Talented artists created custom 3D models to meet specific needs, and implemented various optimization methods to balance visual excellence and computational efficiency. Their expertise in precisely designed lighting techniques resulted in breathtaking landscapes and visuals. The developers cleverly leveraged an impressive arsenal of cutting-edge technologies, including photon fusion, MUM modules, Oculus integration, meta avatars, mixed reality toolkit, and Azure AI services for text-to-speech capabilities, seamlessly integrating, hosting, and operating them in the Azure cloud environment. Within the exhibition area, visitors will discover 3 exceptional Accenture projects focused on sustainability, including the concept of the Smart City Initiative in Malaga, an artificial intelligence-based solution aimed at protecting coral reefs in Mauritius, and the benefits of implementing a circular supply chain. The theme of sustainability comes to life through 3 interactive mini-games, focused on recycling, saving energy, and saving water. Engage, manipulate objects, play, and watch your actions change life in the capsule. Pay particular attention to the tree of life and its surroundings, where butterflies and fireflies dance merrily. Each game is complemented by an eco-fact screen that presents fascinating data and insights. The incorporation of these technologies yielded dynamic interactions and lifelike animations that breathed remarkable accuracy into the virtual landscape.
So, first of all, thanks Uri and team for creating this amazing material based on AMF. And by the way, you as well have the chance to experience this yourself. So there is a booth, actually 2 doors next to here, where a couple of VR headsets are placed, and you can actually go into this experience. And well, I always say it's always hard to describe how sound looks like, because you actually have to experience it. And feel free to get to the team. They are prepared, and they are very, very happy to support you in just getting in this experience and get this hands-on experience. I think that's more than 1,000 words. All right. The outlook. So what's actually coming next? So what we are planned for AMF, what we will do within the next development phase, which is actually already phase 4. It's one very, very important point. We want to create a candy store. So still, you've seen the Unity deployment process. It is still kind of, you need to install, you need actually to open Windows and select whatever. We actually want to create a candy store, which actually makes you very, very easy as a developer to get in there, to select what you want to deploy, and then actually do this reduce the friction on this even lower to make it more fast forward. That's one important topic. Another important topic, XR networking. So we are currently leveraging still Photon Fusion for AMF as a base. That's as well one module. So we as well try to go with other networking components. So this is as well currently under elaboration for the next steps. But another very, very important topic is we are very flexible with AMF. So if we are receiving client requests out of automotive, out of pharmaceutical industry, wherever, and they tell us, oh, we want to have this or that module. So we can actually rate this, we can prioritize this, and we can actually put it very, very easy in our backlog to be, very flexible. That's for me a very important topic, because I've been having a lot of experiences with other, I do not do any name dropping right now, other virtual experiences, which suddenly disappeared. And we've been having a very, very some trouble with our clients and explaining them why this experience is not available any longer. With AMF, we got our hands on this experience. We can say, okay, if we want to develop further, we can do this because we have access to the whole code. And that's a very, very great benefit for us. You've seen the facts and figures I've been showing to you. It is increasing, and there are as well global teams right now engaging with AMF. So with Accenture, it's growing and growing, and we are very, very positive that we not only will focus any longer on just metaverse experience or Xverse experiences, but as well to combine this experience with sensorics, with robotics, with Gen AI. So actually to create a big picture out of several puzzle pieces. So AMF is for us a very good foundation to start this journey. Again, a short pause from my end. Are there any questions? I've seen some of them here already. I'm not sure. Should we just go at them here or at the end? Let's get through the whole presentation. There's only one slide left, and then let's get to the questions out of the auditory. And I hope I can answer most of them. So to give you just a preview about a Gen AI AMF module, actually it's a module generator, but is currently under development. So the team is currently working on a functionality, a module where you can easily pick out of an existing Unity project an asset. Actually, you select this and then create a module option, and there will be some AI analysis to get this more and more shaped and concrete. And at the end of the day, this actually creates a package which can be very, very easily reused as a new Unity package. The current state is that we have about 60% automated on this, and we are actually increasing the automation by using generative AI for this Unity code. So this is as well something which is work in progress, and we are heavily putting effort into this. Just looking at the time. Wow.
We have actually questions. First is, how is Metaverse doing from the financial perspective?
Very good question. Thank you. From a financial perspective, currently, it is getting more and more in direction industrial metaverse. So we are having a lot of requests from clients to, these Gartner hype cycles. So I think 4 months ago or half a year ago, Metaverse was still at the peak of this Gartner hype. Right now, we all know that it's getting more into the valley. Especially in Europe and compared globally, we're actually in a pretty good position. We have a lot of requests from automotive industry, from pharmaceutical industry, from manufacturing engineering, because they see that there is value add, especially in training, especially in onboarding and upskilling, in servicing. And we've currently have 3 really big projects running within Accenture in ASG for an energy client, which is actually, we're in phase 4, developing a learning campus for 72,000 employees. So this is massive. As well in the manufacturing engineering and automotive supplier industry, that's something what is actually increasing. So I see not this valley, but is especially the colleagues in the US are suffering currently. In ASG, this is still on a pretty high level. I hope I did answer this question. Correct?
The next one, can everyone use AMF also as a student for free?
That's as well a very, very good question. Thank you. So we initially started the development of AMF as an internal Accenture tool to speed up our teams. We are about to, and this is still in consideration, create an open source version. So this is something, what probably, hopefully, and by the way, it's not my decision. So I think it's very important to make this accessible to a very, very broad band of not only Accenture colleagues, but as well, especially for students, to engage them, to get them on board, to enable them. So I can imagine, and sorry for this vague answer, I can imagine that we will be able to have an open source version within the next year. I cannot promise, although I would.
Next one, how can one best start in VR development?
Wow, that's a very good question, very broad question. So, I've been running several development teams in the past as well, gaming teams prior to my time joining Accenture. So I think there is no typical target group. So if anybody wants to engage with VR, start either Unity courses or Unreal courses and get your hands dirty. So just jump in there, get yourself a headset and do it. I think that's, straightforward.
Why did you choose Metaverse as a target platform? Are there any alternatives?
I actually like to rephrase this question, because we all know Metaverse was initially branded by Zuckerberg and it fell down massively. For me, I in those days prefer using the term Xverse or virtual experience or virtual portal. So as well in combination with Gen AI or with some blockchain topics. So this is something Metaverse is kind of, I wouldn't say burned, but it's a very at this point of time, not the best connotation. So it's actually, for me, it's an experience platform enriched with additional functionalities. Why we did choose this as a target platform? It's from a learning perspective, it's the most efficient way of getting knowledge into brains. So if you experience something, as well in training or in onboarding, or as well hands-on, so if you combine this with AR, so it's actually something, and we with Accenture, we define the metaverse as a continuum from very, very closed experience in VR until AR experience where you actually are hands-on. So that's something which has a very, very impressive impact, and as well a massive push from a learning perspective to get knowledge transferred and as well to get a very rich experience.
Next one, what do you expect from new initiatives from Apple and Meta?
The new Apple device actually made my eyes even more shiny. I'm actually not sure, because we all know the cost of this device will be €2,500 roundabout. It will be actually more a B2C device, which is great because it actually opens up a completely different area and point of view. Out of my perspective, that's a step in the right direction. For me, this step is not big enough. So in my mind, actually, we will have within 5, 7, 8 years, we will not need any devices anymore. We will have either contact lenses or chips, whatever, to get this experience, and we can actually switch on or switch off. Sounds like science fiction, but if you're currently looking these old 80s, 90s cyber movies with holograms, whatever, we are there. So I think the technology is speeding up, and every kind of headset, device, whatever, we will get rid of these within the latest the next 10 years, out of my perspective. No more questions. Okay, so thank you so much for your attention. I hope it was not too boring for you. I'd love to see you in the booth to actually experience this MOM-based development the team in the Nubia ATC did. It's actually worth, by the way, so I heavily recommend this. Thank you for attention, as well for the colleagues in the looking at the stream. It was a pleasure for me being here. And if I can, I will return next year, but we will discuss this another way. Thank you.